up this Saturday. Shimma Shekel Shai. Oh, they gonna hate us out. All right, so let me start the video. Oh, that's what it is. So what happened here, Jake is telling Esau to move the boat, right? Because he's co-captain of the boat that they have. You're going to see the boat as you go through the video. So Jake is telling Esau to move the boat. And Esau, you know, they got their boat in the way and they're proud as hell, white privilege, all of these different things, right? So now he's talking to them. They say they're going to move the boat. And as he's talking to this dude with the red pants, the red short, the other dude tried to play it off like he was going to move the boat and wait till Jake let his guard down. And as Jake let his guard down, he's pointing the dude towards the direction to move the boat. As Jake is letting his guard down, the Edomite right here, right? And you could see he is red as hell. He is mad as hell, right? Yeah. And what he just do? So he just attacks him and lunge at him. Sneak attacked him, basically. So Jake wasn't paying attention to that. All right. Now, pertaining to Esau, just being red as hell first. Let's get Genesis chapter 25 first, Hank. Let's get Genesis chapter 25.
25. Khan. There's the book of Genesis, chapter 25. When everybody have it, please say Khan.
Yeah, let's get Genesis chapter 25.
Khan. There's the book of Genesis, chapter 25 and verse 25. And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they call his name Esau.
Right? So the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. So this is speaking about Esau, Edom. Now, let me show y'all this picture right here. If people don't think this is Esau, then this Bible ain't for you, man. Let me show y'all this picture right here. All right, let's set it right here. All right, here we go. So look at this guy. You see how red he is? Right? That's Esau. Right? The Lord said the first came out red all over like in hairy garment, and they called him Esau. That is Esau. That is a devil. That's how red they can get. Right? And that is insane. So now let's go back to the video. Right back to the video. So he lunged at Jake and attacked him. Jake thought he was going to move the boat, but the pride of Esau, right? So let's get Psalms chapter 55. So Esau agreed, all right, we'll move the boat. And they should not have been there in the first place. Right? So now let's get Psalms chapter 55.
Which one? Verse 21?
Verse 20.
Okay, fine. There's the book of Psalms, chapter 55 and verse 20. When everybody have it, please say Khan.
Khan.
There's the book of Psalms, chapter 55 and verse 20. he had put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He had broken his covenant.
Right? Read on.
Verse 21, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart.
Right.
His
So
word.
he told Jake, Slocky, he told Jake, all right, we're going to move the boat. All right. We tired of you keep complaining. And remember, this is a co-captain. A lot of people say he was a security guard. No, he was a co-captain. He had to get off the boat and go towards them and tell them to move the boat because what? Because, you're going to see a big boat that everybody's in or Israel's in it, right? And they got to park the boat at exactly the same spot that the Edomites is parking the boat at, right? So he told them to move the boat. And he thought he was going to do it. And then he came back, double backed again, and lunged at him. Right? So war was in his heart. Read on.
Reading on. It reads, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords.
Right, where they drawn swords. Now from there, let's get Sirach chapter 12, and let's get verse 10.
There's the book of Sirach, chapter 12 and verse 10. And it reads, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness.
Right. So Esau and Jacob been enemies from the beginning, from the womb. Right? This is not just physical, it's biblical. Right? The Lord said, never trust your enemy, for as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Right? And that's speaking about the white man. Like they got that saying, I think Muhammad Ali said it. He said, if there's 50 snakes in a pit and 25 is poisonous and the other 25 is not, would you still jump in that pit with the snakes? No. Right? Because you got rattlesnakes, right? You got anacondas, right? You got snakes that's silent. You don't even hear them sound or hiss or nothing, but they're all deadly. They're all still snakes, right? They're all still Edomites, right? So read on.
Here's verse 11. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust had not been altogether wiped away.
Right. He's still the devil. No matter if they compliment you, no matter if they're nice to you or they try to help you, you got to always keep in mind they're still the devil. You can use them, but always keep in mind they're still the devil. Jump to verse 13.
This verse 13. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come nigh wild beasts?
Right. So the Lord created Esau. His nature is like a snake. It's like a serpent. Right. He's very deceptive, and he's very wise as well too. He's very cunning. Right. So now from there, jump to verse. Let's see. Jump to verse 16.
This verse 16. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood.
Right, like Trump. Trump was speaking sweet to our people. Hey, black people, Hispanic people, I know you go through a lot. All the other Democrats and the Republicans you voted for, none of them was able to help you. You ain't got nothing else to do. Hey, I credit y'all. Y'all built the White House, right? Everybody started losing their mind and said, oh, Trump is a good guy and everything. Nah, he's a devil too as well, right? So he's going to speak to you sweetly. But then when he got into office, what happened now? MAGA hat, right? Let's get this country back, right? They had a MAGA convention. It was like 3 or 4 black people over there. And what happened? They started to get beat down and jumped by the Edomites. And Trump was talking about to whip their ass. But you were speaking nice to us before you got into office. But now that you got into the office in your position as a president, now you turn your back on us. Same thing with Joe Biden, right? He said, if you don't vote for me, you're not black no more. And a lot of people thought Joe Biden was for us because he was friends with Barack Obama. He was Barack Obama's VP or vice president, right? But then people start to realize, hey, Barack Obama's not our people. Because it's not about skin color, it's about nations. And that's what's happening in these times right now, in these last days. Every nation is going to come back into their own people. Every people is going to gather with their own people, right? And this is happening worldwide, right? And it says, but in his heart, he imagined how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes. So that's Esau crying, like Kyle Rittenhouse, right? He tried to fake cry, right? But if he find opportunity, you see? So Esau's looking for different ways and tactics. He's very cunning. He got to look for a way to bring your guard down. He will not be satisfied with blood. Once he got an opportunity to attack, he's taking attack immediately. He's taking that strike immediately, right? So this is the man I got attacked. This is Jake. Now look what happens. One-on-one fight, right? All right, so another Edomite runs, and he do a damn Saget from a Street Fighter flying knee kick right on Jake when it was a one-on-one fight. All right, so now that's 2-on-1. Right? All right, so now another Edomite push him down. That's 3-on-1. All right, 2-on-1, 3-on-1. All right, now the Edomite chick, y'all can see the screen? Right? The Edomite chick with the light blue dress, now she starts to attack as well too. Khan? Right? The man is already down. He's already getting jumped by 2 people. Now it's 3. And now she's included. Now it's 4. Right? Now look what happens. See? Now one more shows up. Now it's 5. Right? So you got 5 Edomites right here, 6, 7, and 8 Edomites, right? And they're all attacking Jake because they're looking at Jake. They're like, hey, this is easy meat, easy food, right? This is an easy win, right? Let's all jump him. And a lot of people talk about that the brother hit the Edomite woman and, he took it too far. No, listen, the Edomite woman got locked up and the judge was talking to her if she had any mercy. And she felt sorry for what she did. She said she don't give a damn. So she doubled down on her wickedness. Right? So this is 2 men that were striving. And now the Edomite woman comes in, and what happened? And interferes. Right? Finish second Edges, Slaki. Finish Ahrayah chapter 12.
Go back up to 12. We was on 6.
No. The verse you was on. Read the next verse.
17.
Okay.
This Sirach chapter 12, verse 17. If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. And though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee.
You see? Though adversity is there, thou shalt find him there first. What is he there to do? He's there to attack you as well too, right? Now, speaking about that woman, the Edomite woman, let's get Deuteronomy chapter 25. This is a law right here, right? So let's get Deuteronomy chapter 25. And let's get verse 11. So do you know there's a law that the Lord has set up in the Bible to where when there's 2 men fighting, a woman can't interfere in that fight?
I knew.
Right? Or as they would say, a duel is a duel between 2 men. But now it went from Jake versus 1 Edomite versus 2 Edomites, 3 men, and then the woman interferes well too. Right? Let's get Deuteronomy chapter 25 and verse 11.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 25, verse 11. When men strive together one with another.
Right, strive means fight. They're fighting amongst each other. Read on.
And the wife of the one draw it near for to deliver her husband out of the hand of him that smited him, and put it forth her hand and taken him by the secrets.
So listen, this is a law. When two men is fighting and one man is losing and his wife come and interfere, right, to help him win his fight against the other man, what happens now? Read on.
This is verse 12. Then thou shalt cut off her hand, thine eyes shall not pity her.
Right. So the Lord, this is a law. This is a law. And a lot of people don't know this law. When two men are fighting, right, and one man is losing, and then a woman jumps into that fight, because number one, what you did, you put that man to shame. Right? If he win, he win. If he lose, he lose. But it's talking about if it's an even battle, if it's two men that's fighting, one-on-one, right? It's a one-on-one duel. So now what happens? You interfere. So now the Lord said your hand got to be cut off. And nobody got to have any pity amongst you. But look at this incident right here. Jake is the one that's down. Jake is the one that need help. And he's getting jumped by three men, damn near four men. And then the Edomite woman even jumps in to attack Jake while he's down. Okay? So she was already off. So when people's talking about that chair shot, it wasn't fair. Oh, that's more than fair. She lucky he didn't break her damn neck. All right? Let's go on with this. Right, so another Jake comes in, right, to help his brother as well too, right? Or praise Yahweh by Shimon shot. No, just watching around and recording. Right, you got a man just getting mauled to death by these damn devils. Right? Can you hear me?
Con.
Okay. Let's get Psalms chapter. Let's see. Let's get it. Let's get Psalms chapter.
Hey, Shalaki King.
Go ahead, King.
I stepped away for a second. I wanted to bring out a precept when the brother had threw his hat up in the air.
Oh yeah, God. See where that point is. Hold on. Man. Yo, bring your precept back. Let me get this real quick.
Well, symbolizing the hat being thrown up in the air, you see that in graduations a lot, right? And that kind of symbolizes that you're going from one state or one level to another, right? And a lot of time in boxing, you see people throw their hat in the ring, and that's to stop the fight.
Right.
Right. This brother symbolizing throwing his hat in the air could be looked at in a spiritual way, right? And let's go to 2 Maccabees 4:12.
Bring it out.
John. 2 Maccabees chapter 4 and verse 12. There's the book of 2 Maccabees chapter 4 and verse 12. And it reads, for he built gladly a place of exercise under the tower itself, and brought the chief young men under his subjection, and made them wear a hat.
He made them wear a hat. Right? This place of exercise is not like going to 24-hour fitness or powerhouse gym or any of these popular gyms you find out there right now, right? The gyms in this time were naked men, oiled up their body, wrestling each other naked. That's what the gym was all about. And on top of that, they created this fashion and made the men wear a hat, right? Now, Jews, we don't cover our head because we're always in that prayer mode, right? Make us wear that hat is a wicked thing. And then, of course, trying to make us wrestle naked and with our privates out and all of that kind of stuff. That's not our culture. We ain't feeling that. So him throwing up this hat is almost symbolizing throwing off the bondage and the fashion of the Greeks of these wicked nations, man. Right? It's like, nah. I'm done with this. I'm throwing this hat off of me. I'm throwing this spiritually off of myself. So that's a funny thing to see this brother throw that hat up in the air. And I see it as a